People act like crazy transfer fees started yesterday. But wait till you see how hard the last few windows shoved midfield prices into a whole new tax bracket. Tonali lands here at 70 million euros, and that already feels expensive until you see what happens later. Newcastle paid it straight after Milan reached a Champions League semi-final, which tells you how fast England's market was accelerating. Rodri cost 70 million euros in 2019, which now looks almost modest for a midfielder of that level. That's the funny bit with this list. One of the smartest buys in it isn't anywhere near the very top anymore. Casemiro's move is the veteran exception on a list full of younger bets. United basically skipped the development phase and paid premium money for a player who'd already done the winning part. De Jong hit Barcelona for 75 million euros right after Ajax had half of Europe scrambling. Back then it looked huge. A few years later, this fee barely gets you into the conversation. Arthur at 72 million euros is a reminder that clubs were already throwing serious cash at midfield promise before the Premier League really blew the doors off. And yeah, in hindsight, some of these fees aged better than others. Havertz making this list says a lot about 2023 on its own. Arsenal paid big even after his Chelsea years got pretty messy, which is either conviction or absolute market chaos. Maybe both. Here's where transfer lists get slippery. De Jong's move is also widely cited as an 86 million euros package once variables are included. Same player, same deal. Just a good example of why clean fee lists can get messy fast. Pogba is the old giant still standing. In 2016, 105 million euros for a midfielder looked absurd. Now it's basically the price of entry if a Premier League club really wants to make headlines. Bellingham is the rare case where a 9-figure midfield fee barely triggered eye rolls because everyone had watched him and gone, fair enough. Real paid elite money for a player who already looked like he'd skipped 3 development stages. Rice pushed the bar even higher inside England's own market. Arsenal weren't just buying a holding midfielder, they were paying the premium for captain energy, reliability, and the fact that selling to a league rival always comes with extra pain tax. Enzo blew this market open in the middle of a season. Chelsea paid 121 million euros just weeks after the World Cup, which felt like the moment midfielder fees stopped being expensive and started being completely detached from old logic. And there it is. The fee that makes the whole pattern impossible to miss. Caicedo took the record again, and Chelsea ended up owning 2 of the biggest midfielder transfer fees ever paid. That's not just inflation, that's the Premier League bidding against itself